the judiciary needs to take it down a notch. Hello and welcome to Inventiva. This is Palak Yadav presenting to you today's big news. Indian judiciary is on fire, throwing abrasive comments left and right in the wake of coronavirus's second wave hitting a peak and killing several people. In April, the division bench of the Delhi High Court observed that they would hang any person to death who creates an obstruction to hospitals and oxygen supply. The statement was made when India was grappling with deaths owing a lack of oxygen, ventilators, oxygen concentrators, remdesivir and hospital beds. Surprisingly, Bengal Assembly elections were held when the second wave was claiming lives here and there. Ideally, elections should have been avoided or postponed because the election process consists of rallies and assemblies. These rallies and assemblies become breeding ground for COVID-19 because political leaders as well as followers do not follow masking up and social distancing, which further jeopardizes the already ailing health infrastructure. A bench of the Madras High Court on 27th April observed that the Election Commission should be tried on murder charges because it failed to ensure adherence to COVID-19 protocols in election processes. They also observed that the Election Commission is the most responsible entity for the second wave. Supreme Court later had to reduce the damage made by these outrageous remarks against the state machinery and call them harsh and inappropriate. In this race of inappropriate, harsh and outrageous remarks, the winner is Delhi High Court, when the bench directed the government on the use of amphotericin B. Jeremy Bentham and J.S. Mill possibly inspired the remarks because they asked the government to prioritize young people over elders while supplying medicine for black fungus and mucormycosis. According to the court, the young patients are the future of the nation, and the older ones have lived their life, hence need not be prioritized. Every human life on earth is essential, irrespective of religion, race, caste, sex, place of birth and age. Differentiating human beings on these grounds is unfair, and delivering justice is the sole work of the judiciary. India is a democratic country, and according to the preamble of the Constitution, people of India are the source of power. The Indian democracy engages in elections every 5 years, where people vote and choose who will represent their best interests at heart. These elected representatives sitting in the parliament and assemblies have the sole power to make laws and frame policies. If people feel that their concerns are not being addressed, the elected representatives are ousted. This 5-yearly exercise called elections reminds every legislator sitting in the parliament that their powers are not absolute. It is the people of the nation who have given them these powers temporarily. The Constitution has provisions that also makes sure that the country is not run at the whims and wishes of the legislators. According to the Chief Justice of India, the right to change the regular every 5 years does not guarantee the democratic future of the country. The absolute powers of legislators are curbed by the application of various laws, rules and procedures. Article 368 of the Indian Constitution ensures that the legislators do not change the basic structure of the Constitution to favor political gains over the betterment of the country. But these laws also do not mean that the higher judiciary is off the hook on abrasive comments on policies formulation and lawmaking. Collegium system and judicial appointments have been under fire from media and parliament for its opaque selection process. Judicial activism is born out of the belief that every politician and legislator sitting in parliament is corrupt. At times, appropriate judicial activism has proven beneficial for the country, but a balance must be sought. According to popular statistics and pop culture, the judiciary has pending cases which increases as day pass. The court's time needs to be directed towards clearing an old lot of pending cases because according to a famous saying, justice delayed is justice denied.